Good morning, people. It's 5:45 a.m. It's October 16th, 2019. What's on my mind today? Crimes of the media. Crimes of the media is on my mind today. The devil is truly by default, by the fall of man by sin. The devil is God of this world. Um, and it shows in how the systems of this world works. And you look at humanity and the things that people do to their fellow man, that evil is far beyond us. It really is. But anyway, I'm talking about crimes of the media. And when I say crimes of the media, there are many things that they report that aren't right. But one thing I want to talk about today is the smear campaign that the media does to African American people. Gotta talk about it. Tiana Jefferson, you know, the young woman who was recently killed by police. The media reported that there was a gun in her house. Now, mind you, the gun wasn't pointed at cops. You know, the gun wasn't used at all. The gun was legal. It's an open and carry state. The gun was just in the residence. This woman was murdered by police. She did nothing wrong. She was in a residence. I believe it was her mother's house, babysitting her nephew. And scared, punk behind, coward police shot her within 3 seconds. Now, I'm tired of hearing all this mess about cops trying to make it back home safe to their families. What about protecting and serving the people? What happened to that? Or that doesn't apply to African Americans? You know, what about the training that police go through? So you telling me that you're gonna shoot somebody within 3 seconds? 3 seconds. I'm thinking about that. I think they shot Tamir Rice, 12-year-old. Obviously a child. I believe he got shot, was it 2 seconds? But anyway, police are supposed to be trained. Why so trigger happy? If you're scared of black people, you shouldn't become a cop. Straight up. If you're scared of people, you shouldn't become a cop. What exterminator is there out in the world that's afraid of mice or insects? Come on now. It's ridiculous. But anyway, the media didn't have to share that she had a gun in the house. This is something that the media does. Whenever something happens to a black person, they want to find any kind of dirt that they have, just to get the public to kind of feel like, you know what, this was a bad person. Or pay this no mind. This person was no good, you know. I think about the incident that happened back in 2016. It was a little boy who fell into the gorilla pit. And the media felt the need to bring up the child's father and that he had a criminal record. The issue wasn't about the child's father. You know, the father wasn't even there. The issue was about the child. And another thing that really hurt me about that situation was people were actually upset that they had to kill the gorilla. They killed more about the gorilla than that black boy. White people were pissed that they had to kill the gorilla. They was actually mad. And that family had the right to sue. They had the right to sue. There was no way that it should have been a path to get to them gorillas. It should have been more secure. They had the right to sue. But the backlash they got from the media and from white people that was upset about the gorilla being put down, they felt like they couldn't even go fight to get their money, you know, for being wrong. They deserve to be compensated for that. You know, it wasn't secure. Gorilla pit? Come on now. The white people was more concerned about the gorilla than the child. But back to the media. During that story, the media brought up the child's father. I believe his name was Dion Dickerson, I believe. But anyway, they brought him up and that he had a record. Smear campaign. Like, crime of the media. I'm telling you. Crime of the media. Why they do our people like this? And it's crazy. White man mass murder people in cold blood. The media does the opposite. Oh, he had financial problems. Oh, he was dealing with depression. You know what I mean? They won't go and be like, oh, he is a racist. You know, look at some of the things he posts. The media won't do that. These are things that will come out later on. But I'm talking about initially. When the story first starts, when the media, you know, brings up a black person that's been done wrong by the authority, police, court system, whatever, they want to bring anything up in that person's life. Things that don't even have nothing to do with the current situation that person's in. Just to smear them. And this is a true crime committed by the media. And it's committed by the media against my people. And it's not right. And it's something that's very common. Even, and I gotta recall this young man's name, Michael Brown. Michael Brown. Michael Brown shot by police. before he was shot, he was, what they say, he was a good distance away from him with his hands up, and the officer shot him. Now, they said that he tried to reach for the officer gun or something, but I don't believe that mess. But anyway, why did they dig up his past? Why can't the scenario be the scenario? You know what I mean? Why they had to bring up the past of him stealing something from the store? And they always do it to our people. You know what I mean? Look at all the crime or the things done wrong by white people, celebrity figures, etc. They don't get the scrutiny white people get. Was the dirt about Kennedy ever brought up? Was dirt on the Clintons ever brought up? I'm talking about really brought up by the media, really smearing them. Hell, look at Trump and all the stuff that he had going on and has going on. And he's president. And in spite of his stuff being made public, he's in office. And I want to take this cheap shot because it is what it is. And white evangelicals support him in all his bumfoolery and all his tomfoolery. They support him. Who's that nut from the 700 Club? Pat Robertson. Paula White, who ministers to black people, who has a black church, a church of a mostly black congregation, fully for this man. And yes, he's racist. He's racist, he's sexist, he's corrupt, but openly endorsed by white evangelicals. I'm telling you, the Bible says, you know a tree by its fruit. And I'm going to leave that at that. But as I said, man, the media, finding any kind of dirt and throwing it on our people when they have been the victim is just wrong. And it's a true crime of the media. A true crime of the media. A true crime. Atiana Jefferson, she didn't deserve that. The whole issue of the gun being brought up was wrong. It's an open and carry state. The gun was just in the residence. The gun wasn't pointed at the cop at all. It wasn't. Why was it brought up? Media abuse of power against my people. I'm telling you, white supremacy is something else. Even talking about that Trump and the white evangelicals falling behind him. I hate to say it, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? White supremacy is their religion. It really is. I don't know, but we have to wake up as a people. We really do. And I think of that passage in Ecclesiastes that talk about it's a time for everything. Like a time for peace and a time for war. When Christ first came, he came in peace. When he's coming back coming back with a sword. He's coming back with angels. There's a time and place for everything. Man, and white supremacy and Christianity goes hand in hand with some of these white folks. They even changed races in the Bible and twisted the word, all for the benefit of white supremacy. I'm telling you, it's deep. But anyway, let me stay focused. I tend to bounce all over the place. But the main thing I wanted to highlight was the media smearing my people unnecessarily. Also with the black man that got killed in his car, they brought up that he had marijuana. Or it was one case where police killed a black man and they brought up that he had marijuana, which really didn't make no sense. I mean, the dude wasn't doing nothing. The police murdered him. And that's something else too. We gotta call it what it is. These are modern day lynchings. And the government has given these police a pass. And the country has shown that they fully support the police, right or wrong. And the FBI has said it years ago that the Klan has infiltrated a lot of these civil servant jobs. I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. The clans, they behind the media. They're running the police station. They're on city officials, the government, the Senate. Man, it is what it is. It is what it is. They give black people the pieces that they really don't want to mess with. They'll let black people be mayor, in the inner city, in places like Baltimore and Philadelphia, but they won't let them be governor though. But anyway, I'm gonna end it right there. This is Minister Yancy. Good morning.